This curriculum product is designed to use many different applications and programs used for teaching web design. I'm going to show you a few Google Apps for Education, a program called Quizzes, and Codecademy, just to get you started. We've already shown how we use Google Drive as a shared drive to share resources between students and instructors, but now I'm going to specifically show you how to use the HTML code editor built in to the Google Apps. When a student turns in a code document into Google Classroom and you open it, you'll come to a screen that looks like this. From here, you can download it to your computer, but also you can open it with a variety of different Google Apps. The one we're specifically looking at is HTML Edit Key. This will significantly streamline grading and evaluating a student's code. When you open the Google Edit Key, it's going to list the student's code that they inputted on the left side, and it's going to show you an image of their basic page on the right. So using a rubric, you could easily grade the web page on how it views based on the requirements you gave in the assignment. To grade the specific code and check it for errors, Google Edit Key automatically throws up any errors or concerns in here. Now these 3 errors from these students is simply just where they put the different tags in the code, and is not a significant error that will stop the page from rendering. Now let's take a look at Quizzes Quiz Creator. Once you click on Quizzes, you'll be brought to a sign up or login. When you sign up, you'll want to sign up with your Google account. Using the Google account automatically connects the Google Classroom with your Google account, and this makes assigning anything to the Google Classroom just a simple click of the button. But I'm going to go ahead and log into my existing account. Once you're logged into Quizzes, you can create a new quiz, find a quiz, view your quizzes, look at your student reports, and then you have collections and meme sets. Let me explain this a little bit in more detail. To create a quiz, you simply click on Create a New Quiz. Once you're at the quiz creation screen, you can add a quiz image from any of your photo stocks, enter a quiz name, select the language, and align the quiz to state standards. This is awesome that they have this included in here. That way that you know that you are supporting the state standards, and others who may use your quiz that you share it with will also know what standards this aligns with. Once you finish that information, you can go ahead and click Save. I'm going to use one of my existing quizzes to show you how easy it is to add certain information. So let's go ahead and click on the basic HTML quiz that I created. Alright, if I want to edit or duplicate a question, I can even print the questions for students who prefer to take the quiz on paper. And then of course share, but we'll get more into that. Let's go ahead and click on Edit and just show you how easy it is to create a question for these quizzes. Alright, once you're in the quiz creator and editor, you can see the ones that I've already created, and I can edit those at any time, and I can create a new question. Alright, once you're in the quiz creation, you can simply type your question here. You can even add an image, so if your question goes along with any kind of screen identification or an image identification or explanation, you can add an image. And then you include your answers in each one of these, and you can select which answer is going to be the correct answer. It could be a single correct answer or multiple correct answers. On the right, you'll see a visualization of the questions that you created. Once you added your own questions, you can also search from existing questions. And this will go into the quizzes community. Here you can search any term for any type of questions you would want. So let's look for basic HTML questions. Type in the keywords you want to search. You can include duplicates or only include questions from your quizzes. So if you're looking for questions that you recorded in the past, all you have to do is click on include only my quizzes and it will bring up the results from just your quizzes. But let's look at the community just to show you how vast the quizzes creator is. And here you go. These are all quizzes created by other users. You can select the quiz and you can simply add those questions to your existing quiz. Very useful if you're looking to create a quiz on the fly and you don't have the time to create the questions yourself. To assign a quiz to Google Classroom, all you have to do is simply click Homework or Play Live. We're going to assign it as a homework so I can show you how that looks. And Play Live means that you all are going to play it at the same time, and this is good if you're in a physical classroom. Playing it as homework, even though the students will be able to compete against each other live, they'll be able to do it asynchronously at different times. So when we click on Homework, it's going to give us the option to show when the quiz needs to be completed by date and time. And you can change the options to shuffle questions. So if you're sitting in a classroom and you want students to, maybe avoid any kind of cheating, you can shuffle the questions so students will have different questions displayed on their desktops at different times. It makes it a lot more difficult to, for wandering eyes to see different screens. You can display or show the answers afterwards, and you can show a quiz review at the end for the students. The game settings are good to be changed, so if you don't want students to be embarrassed, you can shut off the leaderboard. And also for the game options, students can earn more points by answering the questions faster than other students. If you're taking a graded quiz and you don't want the students to feel pressured, you could simply shut off the question timer. You can choose whether to show the memes. Whether the students get the answer correct, they'll receive a positive meme. And if they get it wrong, they'll receive a negative meme. But don't worry, the memes aren't offensive in any way. And you can turn on or play the music. Here's where you can select the meme set that you want. You can view the meme set to make sure that you're using grade appropriate memes for the positive and negatives. It has down here the listed. The high means high school, M is for middle school, and the PRI or primary is for primary. We'll go ahead and select the high school meme set. All right, once we click proceed, it's going to bring us to this screen. This screen is where we're able to link it to whatever LMS you're using. We have Google Classroom here, Edmodo, which is another popular LMS. I love Edmodo for primary school. And here's using Remind 101, which is an application for cell phones. So if you have students that aren't assigned to Google Classroom and you're just using Remind 101 to connect with the students, you can use that one as well. But we use Google Classroom in this curriculum build, so let's go ahead and select Google Classroom. It's going to bring up our list of classes that we want to assign it to, and we're going to use it for the demo page for this curriculum product example. We can add the assignment title. We can add a description, and we can schedule it for when it's going to appear in the Google Classroom, but we're going to assign it for now. And it's that simple. So let's go ahead and go back to the Google Classroom by clicking on the Google Classroom in the web browser and see what this looks like. Once we enter back into Google Classroom, you'll see your assignment is posted here on the stream. Students can simply just click on the quizzes, and they're going to be automatically redirected back to the quizzes quiz. And we just need to select an account that we're going to be using to take the quiz. enter in the name, and since we linked it, the students won't need a 6-digit code, but if you want to invite anybody to play the quiz, they just need the 6-digit code for the quiz and the link to the quiz's site. We'll go ahead and click Start and play this game. Yes, we want to play it again. All right, here's the screen where we can start it. If you do it as an assignment that's asynchronous, the students can start at any time, but if you play them together in the classroom, the teacher will have to start the quiz. Go ahead and turn down that volume. All right, all CAPE-funded industry certifications must be entered into the teacher's gradebook through, that's the question, and then students have their choices, and we enter that through a system called PAUSE. And there's our positive meme. Teachers cannot proctor their own students' exams. That's true, we cannot. The exams leading to the industry certification may not have been administered to each student more than 3 times during an academic year, with a minimum of how many calendar days between test administrations? Well, that is 20 calendar days. There's the positive memes, letting us know we're doing a great job. Very motivating for the students. This training is awesome, cool, amazing, or all the above. I'm going to go ahead and select all the above. All right, and now we're at our last question. We have our score, and if any other students were playing with us, you could see their scores if we chose to do so. Students are required to take a blank and earn specified minimum score before they're allowed to sit for the actual certification exam. Well, that is a pre-test, but we're going to go ahead and mark this one wrong and say mulligan to show you the negative feedback that you get. Don't worry, the memes are not offensive in any way. It just lets the student know that they missed it so they could review the correct answer. When they're finished, students will be provided with a dashboard that gives them the stats for their performance. Oh. All right, and then the students can scroll down here and review the incorrect answers that they had, and then look at their correct answers. And they can do this on any of the quizzes. They can replay it, so if you are a teacher offering that you'll take the best out of 2 scores, or you want the students, if they're practicing for certification, they can replay it to try to beat their last score, and it's very awesome. All right. Once a student completes a quiz, on the teacher's Google Classroom, they can see how the student had done by going to the assignment and clicking on the returned. In the returned, there's a link that is provided that you can go to the student's score sheet to see how they had done. This score sheet is available for the students to see as well. Also, if any parents have connected to Google Classroom, they will also receive the score sheet and a weekly email stating how the students have done for that week in completing their assignments, any missing assignments, or any upcoming assignments that might be available. Students also can customize their experience by selecting their settings, and they can turn on and off the music that plays in the background, sound effects. They could even turn off the memes if they don't care to have them, and then they can change their theme of how the quizzes appears to them as they play it. They can also change the language, so if you have any English language learners in your class and they don't feel comfortable taking the quizzes in English, they can switch it to these different languages as well.